Hello and welcome. There is a lot of talk, chatter around Bitcoin. Let's try and understand A, what is Bitcoin? B, the concept of cryptocurrency versus a digital asset. And C, what should India do? When I say India, it's not individuals, but us as the government, as a nation. How should we approach this concept of a digital currency or a digital asset? Interestingly, on the 9th of February 2009, Bitcoin was valued at $0. As we speak, the value of one Bitcoin hovers around 40 lakh Indian rupees. That's the growth that this digital currency or cryptocurrency has seen in a period of just 11 years. Interestingly, the number of Bitcoins that will be available is also controlled and limited. 21 million Bitcoins is the maximum that can be mined. All as of now, about 90% of this currency has already been mined. So close to 19 million Bitcoins have already been mined. So what is this entire concept of a Bitcoin being mined? What is the thought behind a Bitcoin? Satoshi Nakamoto, that's the pseudonymous name, believed to be still active and alive and in the world of cryptocurrency, decided to make an open source code of cryptocurrency that will be available to all, will not be controlled by anyone, but will self-regulate itself. And when we say a cryptocurrency is mined, that means thousands of servers and computers in the act of verifying a transaction solve a complex mathematical equation. And every time that complex number and that mathematical equation is solved, a Bitcoin is mined. That was a concept. What is the concept? That there will be currency that people to people can trade in and exchange without any government control, without any regulation. It will regulate itself with its own limited source and trade. Over the years, Bitcoin has been used largely as a digital asset. Now, what's the difference between a digital asset and a cryptocurrency or a digital currency? If I go to the market today, I can pay via any form of currency to buy a particular product. But can I pay via shares and stocks? No. That is the difference between a currency and a digital asset. In a physical world or in the world that we know as of now, there is a bank who monitors and regulates the transfer of funds. So if A, that's me, Anand, transfers funds to B, the fund is regulated via two bank accounts which are controlled obviously by a bank. So the bank knows that this person has transferred money via me to that person. In the world of Bitcoin, there are unique identities. So if I pay money from my identity will be A125 to say B126, but I inadvertently send it across to B162. There is nobody to verify or reverse that transaction because I don't know. And the other person, 126, also doesn't know who 162 is. But there are people who will verify this transaction saying, is this a genuine transaction that A has made to B? And those are the people who get into the process of miners. And every time this entire process of computing, collection, all of that happens, that's when they generate a Bitcoin. But this fact of there being no intermediary, no person, third party involved, exposes this to a risk that I cannot make a mistake in typing the transaction. I have to get it right. But because I am transacting directly, there will be no charges. The amount of charges that apply will be very, very less. What is the fight all about? In India, as of now, one can trade in Bitcoin, that is buy and sell Bitcoin, like we buy and sell in stocks. But that's what the limitation is. It is not a currency wherein I can buy products, goods and services. The reservation of the government is that it cannot be regulated. Why should we lean on Bitcoin? Why can't we look at our own currency? The Indian government has come out and said, we will bring in a regulation because the current laws cannot govern what happens in the digital world, and we will set up our own digital rupee. We already have platforms like Bheem, UPI, for us to be able to directly transact without physical rupee. So we are already quasi in the digital realm. But there is always a bank that regulates. The issue of regulation and control is where the crux is. Bitcoin says there will be no control. But in a world which is not controlled, will there be order or will there be anarchy? Let me make an argument. Twitter says it's an independent, open platform. But Jack Dorsey has the control to ban a Donald Trump for life. So is Twitter actually open or is it controlled and regulated? The future is digital. The future is digital currency. Whether or not it's Bitcoin or our own Indian rupee, which is digital, that is a subject matter of debate and understanding and decision of the government.